Hey buddies, Jose Wire Ninjas. We build systems and circuits of integrity. We're also Dream Media's preferred partner in New Jersey. Today, we're in Oysterbay, Long Island, and we're going to show you something. This is a video I've been wanting to shoot for a long time, and one of the reasons I wanted to shoot this is because we're going to be using this item, this piece of equipment, in future videos. So, like, if I'm using it or referencing it, at least you guys know what's going on. But not only that, more importantly, this is kind of one of my secret weapons that I use and deploy almost on a daily basis. And I actually hesitated on buying it for a while, but once I did, I mean, holy, it changed our lives. It changed my life. It changed, everybody that works for me. It just changed our lives. It's called MagnaSpot. It's handmade here. I don't know if it's handmade here in the U.S., but it's a United States company. I'm pretty sure it's made in the U.S. Don't quote me on that, but I did speak to the owner. I called him because I have a few of these, and I think one was kind of on the fritz, but it happened to be the battery was going low. He said they're very robust, but he also told me that, I mean, this thing has a lifetime warranty on it, which is, like, what can you say about that? It's amazing. It's incredible. And anything that carries a lifetime warranty, especially of an electronic piece of equipment, what does that tell you? That tells you, I mean, it's a company with integrity that stands by their product for life. So this is the case it comes in. There's a different case with an option for a different tool, but this is the MagnaSpot we're going to cover today. And like I said, it's one of my secret weapons. I use and deploy it almost every day. Primarily, so what this does is it's got two main items. These are little accessories, like a little gummy kit and some extra pins and stuff. Not important. What's important is these two devices, these two items. So take a look at those. There's, I guess you could call it a receiver and a transponder, or a transceiver and a receiver. Let's see, what do they call it? Transmitter, sorry. It's, we've had a long week, honestly. So, we have a transmitter and a receiver. Maybe this will help you guys. Directional arrow lights, marking hole, on-off button with an audible signal. Now, we have a drywall pin on the transmitter. Low voltage light, on-off switch, and a fiber rod receptacle. Did you even know that?
I've used it.
You've used it? Yeah. I didn't even know that. It's got a fiber rod receptacle. This thing is awesome. So, what does this do? And why am I talking to you guys? Why am I making this video? This tool is amazing. So what it does is you place this item either on a floor, on a ceiling, you can hold it, or on a wall. And then with this receiver, it's a locator. This is going to line up. You see the pin? The pin is emitting a signal out, right? Go side view. So the pin is emitting a signal out. And then these four arrows are going to light up. And once you're in line, once this thing finds this thing, right, it's going to tell you where you are. Now, this will go floor to floor. It'll go interior to exterior wall. It will go through 4 feet of concrete. This thing is effing awesome. It really is. So, let's take a look at what it's like. So, what you do is you turn on the transmitting device, you place it, it's got a pin so you can literally stick it in the drywall and leave it there. It's a one-man operation if you want it to be. But I particularly picked this wall so we can get a good video out of this thing and show you guys exactly what's going on. So you place this. Let's say I want a camera outside in the exterior wall. And I want to know, let's say the wall's brick on the outside. Before I shoot through that brick, I need to know if the wire path is clear. If I'm going to shoot directly into a stud, if I'm going to shoot through a floor, a ceiling, whatever it is, I run the MagnaSpot, I check and make sure that the position of the camera that I want, or where I'm going to pull out the wire, is clear, free and clear, and within seconds. Another case use or example is, if we're dropping floor to floor, a lot of times the floor goes beyond the floor, downstairs, the wall is here, but upstairs the floor keeps going. You're going to be able to locate, drops through walls, for any type of wiring situation in any home when it's finished walls. This thing is going to save you tons of time. It really ensures accuracy. It definitely reduces liability. So you know where you're drilling before you drill. You don't have to get out a tape measure and you don't have to do any guesswork. It is awesome. It really is truly awesome in every sense. So, place your transmitter on the respective wall. So let's say this is outside. I want to put a camera right here. I need to know on the inside of the house where my drilling bit's going to come through. I got an 18-inch bit. So we're going to place the transmitter, stick it to the wall. We're going to turn on our receiver. I think. Okay, so I'm gonna hold it close to my microphone so you guys can see the audible feedback on this thing. Once you start getting close, this guy starts giving you an audible feedback. Now, we want to get directly in line with this guy. Once you start getting really close, you start getting a visible feedback. So what you have to do is try to get the 4 arrows to light up, and the arrows are going to point in the direction that you want to go. So now what you can do is take a pencil and mark that location. Go on the other side, Steve. Give me a side view of this so you can see. Oh, I turned it off by accident. I turned the audio off. There we go. So you can see how this works, right? I'm not a videographer. I'm trying my best for you guys. So this is for an example. This is to show you guys how it works. Now, where it really comes into play is, or really where it's going to save you time and money in the field, as well as ensure the accuracy and cut down the liability of you drilling through a pipe, a live wire, whatever it is. Let's go upstairs. So this is really where this thing shines, is the floor to floor. I love it for floor to floor drops, and I love it for exterior drops, because on the outside brick, you can't F up, you can't screw up the brick. You have one shot through the brick, that's it, and then cover it with a receptacle, put a camera there, whatever you're putting there, electrical box. You got one chance. So to mitigate you screwing up the brick permanently and getting a mason over there and all this liability and claim and all this stuff, use the MagnaSpot. But let's do a floor to floor drop. So we're gonna place this guy. No, well, see, typically we make cuts through the wall, but what I want to show you guys is, I mean, for example, obviously the wall, we can use that as a point of reference. We can use the stairs as a point of reference. We can kind of figure where we're at. But let's say you need to drop right through the floor. How would you ever measure this, Steve? Without the MagnaSpot, how long would it take you to find this? I mean, you could generally find it, but the only real way to find it would be to drill through the floor and drop a snake. You know what I'm saying? So let's put that there. Let's go downstairs, and I'll show you how fast you can find your MagnaSpot. I mean, it is just beautiful. So I'll let you get down. Almost immediately, we get some feedback. Let's line up the arrows. There we go, all four. I mean, dude, in seconds, you know where you're drilling. It is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Now, this will work, again, wall to wall, floor to floor. It is truly awesome. Let's go show you an example of when I'll use this thing too, like in real life. So, we gotta hit some shades in this room, right? We got a shade there, motorized blind there and there. So, when I attack this thing, as always, I tell you guys, establish the origin and destination of the circuit. And then we clear the circuit path. Now, part of that is MagnaSpotting, at least for me. And it should be for you guys after watching this video. Buy this thing, I think it's like 200 bucks. It is worth every single penny. It'll change your life. You'll be so happy. You'll be, Jose, thank you. You will be profusely thanking me. And listen, I'm happy to give away any and all knowledge, skills, whatever, equipment, anything that helps you guys is beautiful. But when I attack this window shade, I need to get a wire right here. We have it marked out exactly. We're doing Hunter Douglas shades here, and we need a 4-conductor wire here. We only need 2 conductors. We're doing 4-conductor for expansion, just in case we ever change the blinds in the future. So, what I'm gonna do is, the rack is the origin. We have a rack room downstairs, equipment room. The destination is here. I'm gonna drill here, get through. I know there's wood right here because it's a window. I get through there. There's a fire stop, I know, because I've made a million cuts in this house already. So we get through the fire stop, and now we need to get through the floor. This is where the MagnaSpot comes into play. I'd be making a cut in the drywall here. I'd be throwing my MagnaSpot down, And then I would actually probably send Steve or someone else down there to go and see where my MagnaSpot is gonna land. And the reason I do that is because when I shoot my drill bit down, there could be pipes down there, there could be electricity down there, you know, there could be hot wires, there could be a ground wire for something important, just big fat grounding wires. So, before I drill down floor to floor, before I drill from exterior to interior, I use my MagnaSpot. And the main reason I use it is because it really tells me where I am. A lot of times, like a home like this place is huge, the framing's a little bit particular. The floors are not, so like the floor here is not the ceiling there. You know, the ceiling there extends another foot and a half. So the MagnaSpot tells me exactly where I am. It also ensures I'm not gonna take on any liability by drilling anything through I shouldn't. I always run the MagnaSpot before I shoot a drill bit. It's one of my protocols is not to drill blindly, right? And so that's why, like, you'll see me make big track cuts in, you know, across studs, because yeah, the one side of the stud might be clean, but on the other side, you could have a lighting circuit, you could have, you know, a switch, or like a power outlet circuit. I've seen it many, many times. And so one of my protocols is to never drill blindly. And this thing really coincides with that protocol and ensures that I never drill blindly. It gives me the peace of mind that I'm not gonna drill through something. And also, I mean, I'm very skilled, I'm very experienced, but especially if you got newer guys or technicians that have even been in the field a couple times, I mean, they're gonna be so much more comfortable for their own safety, as well as, you know, being able to be more efficient in the field with this thing. So I think it was really important that I get this information out to you guys. Again, this is solely to help you guys. I hope you guys take this information and use it. And please let me know if it does you any justice. I'd be very happy to just hand this over to somebody. It took me a while to find this thing. I didn't even know about this thing for many years in my career. So I figure if it helps you guys, it's beautiful. I think that about covers it. That should be about everything I wanted to say. There's probably something I left out. Look up the MagnaSpot, call the shop, the owner, they're located in Texas. The guy's awesome. He's a real salt of the earth guy, lifetime warranty. I mean, I spoke to the guy, the gentleman has integrity, and I told him, I said, listen, dude, I use this thing all the time. I think it's one of the best tools that I deploy. You know, it's as important to me as a drill, and I use a drill every single day. And so I wanted to shoot a video on it for everybody involved. So I think that's it. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time. Peace and love.